Hi everyone! It's nice to see you again. So I'm back with another video. So this is about communication in the workplace. It's Unit 6. So before we start, I hope you're all well and advance Merry Christmas everyone. So it's officially, I think it's 10 or 11 days before Christmas and ilang days na lang din ay Christmas break na. I know you're happy and I know na I hope na you're still smiling. Every day dapat lagi nakasmile para ma-drive out lahat ng stresses, okay? So yeah, let's proceed na sa ating Unit 6. So this is about communication in the workplace. So like what I've said, sa Unit 5, communication is something that we do involuntarily. So it's like breathing. We cannot live without communication. It's impossible for us to live without communication kasi every day we get to mingle with people. Kaya we need really communication. So, but case to case basis, we communicate differently depending to the people we talk to, the place we're at, or yeah, the topic and so on and so forth. So we communicate differently, case to case basis siya. But sa others may think it as easy, yung parang yeah, parang breathing na hindi natin iniisip kung gaano kahirap huminga. But communicating effectively actually takes quite a bit of grace and refinement. That's the reason why we're studying subjects that relate to communication because we need to refine our words. So this is choosing the right expressions to utter, writing the best words to express meaning, listening with our minds instead of just our ears, and getting our message across our skills that we all need to work on. So in this unit, the concepts of effective communication in the workplace will be discussed. So it also tackles the communication skills that recruiters and hiring managers wants to see in you as future employees. So you will learn some of the good things that communication has to bring in the workplace. So this unit of module likewise give you information that will guide you through the process of writing a cover letter and resume and so on and so forth. So at the end of this unit, you're expected to converse about the components of communication in the workplace. Develop a cover letter and resume incorporating the standards of writing, distinguish the types and parts of a memorandum, employ and the do's and don'ts in the conduct of an interview, which is, I think that's topic 1, 2, and 3. So topic 1, this is about effective workplace communication. So at the end of this lesson, you're expected to discuss the concepts, distinguish the components, explain the skills, and demonstrate effective communication in the workplace. Okay. So when we say workplace communication, it is the process of exchanging information and ideas, both verbal or non-verbal. Alam niyo naman na yan. So an organization may consist of employees from different parts of the society. So these employees may have different cultures and backgrounds to unite activities of all employees. So na-explain ko na yan nung Unit 1 pa na uh, every person that we talk to has a unique representation of himself. It's like a fingerprint. We all have different fingerprints. We all have different perspective of things. We all have different cultures. We all have different beliefs. We all have different stands. So yun, it is a process of exchanging informations to one another, including verbal and non-verbal, but uh, with a um, unique unique communication to people. So effective communication ensures that all organizational objectives are achieved. So workplace communication is tremendously important to organizations because it increases productivity and efficiency. So mamaya i-discuss ko yung mga communication skills na very vital to make you a successful human or a successful employee, and so on and so forth. So misunderstandings can cause friction between people. This can be avoided by effective workplace communication. Effective communication, also called open communication, prevents barriers from forming among individuals within companies. So for agencies or companies to function as desired, managers and lower level employees must be able to interact clearly and effectively with each other. So minsan mahirap to, especially na you have a boss and you're the employee. So mahirap talaga pag hindi mo alam yung mga communication skills talaga, hindi mo siya na-master at hindi mo siya na fully grasp, mahirap siyang i-apply sa buhay. So tulad ng sinabi ko sa Unit 5, communication is, it involves character. Okay? So most of it involves character. So that's the reason why uh, we need to uh, absorb this lesson to the heart, not only just to the mind. Okay, so let's move on to communication skills for workplace success. So the ability to communicate effectively with superiors, colleagues, and other staffs is very important no matter what agency or company you work in. Workers in the digital age must know how to effectively convey and receive messages in person as well as via cell phone, telephone, email, and social media. So minsan, ito yung lacking natin eh, na because of we live in a democratic country, sobra nating pinapractice yung democracy natin na nakakalimutan na natin yung how to effectively convey our messages, how to effectively convey our thoughts. Yeah, nagiging lax na tayo minsan na when we think of something, when we want to say this, hindi na natin naiisip kung ano yung mga possible consequences niya. So that's the reason why we need to study the communication skills. So the following are the communication skills that would lead you the way to success. So just remember the mnemonics. Yan. Okay. So let's have positive feedback. So giving feedback involves giving praise as well. Something as simple as saying good job or thanks for taking care for that. Or to an employee can greatly increase motivation. Lahat naman tayo, when we receive positive feedback from our parents, from our friends, from a stranger, ah, parang ano eh, natatanggal yung pagod. Parang very exag yun. Pero when we receive positive feedback, it's like, it's telling us na, uy, we're doing something good. I am doing great. At least, di ba, parang napipay off yung pagod mo and so on and so forth. Sabi nga dito, feedback is the breakfast of champions. So, kung ikaw ay tunay na kaibigan or ikaw yung stranger na tunay na nagmamalasakit sa tao and you want other people to succeed, you want other people to win their battles, to win their race. All of us naman wants to win our race, our life's battles. So, feed them with positive feedback. And do not forget na yun nga, to praise somebody uh, if he does wrong, and then you correct them, but don't forget to praise them also. To praise na, I know you're trying hard, I know mali yun, pero I know you're trying hard. So that's a positive feedback, di ba? So i-balance out niyo lang yun. So that's very important. And number 2 is open-mindedness. Now, some of us are uh, not aware of sometimes. A good communicator should enter into a conversation with a flexible, open mind. Sometimes kasi we're so focused on ourselves that we forget to open our minds. Be open to listening to and understanding the other's person's point of view. Minsan sa isang relationship din or friendship, pag alam mo, parang alam mo sa sarili mo na ikaw na yung tama, you're so close-minded na hindi ka na open sa sa kung ano yung explanation niya. So, yun minsan yung nagigilty tayo. I know, lahat tayo guilty doon. Sabi nga dito, uh, if you don't go through life with an open mind, you will find a lot of closed doors. So, if you don't open your mind, it's like you are isolating yourself to your own box. So this is what I believe in, and this is what I will be. So parang alam mo yun, hindi mo ino-open yung sarili mo sa other things, sa other ideas, other thoughts, di ba? So you welcome, be open. Yun lang. So I know we are on the process of uh, making ourselves better. We are on the process of knowing ourselves. So, itong mga to, hindi lang siya for communication eh. It, it is for life talaga. And then next, we have respect. Respect for people and their ideas. People will be more open to communicating with you if you convey respect for them and their ideas. This is very important. Um, you need to show respect. Sabi nga nila, respect is gained. It is it is earned. Hindi yung hinihingi mo siya. Hindi mo siya sasabihin sa tao na, oy, respeto niyo ako kasi ako yung leader, or respeto niyo ako kasi ako yung presidente, respeto niyo ako dahil ito yung posisyon ko. Hindi ganoon. Ang respect is something that uh, people will initially give you if you deserve it. Okay? Yun ang lagi niyong tandaan. So, positive feedback, open-mindedness, and respect. Those are very important traits that we need to work on too. Next, we have nonverbal communication. Alam niyo na yan. Your body language, eye contact, hand gestures, and tone of voice all color the message you are trying to convey. A relaxed and friendly tone will make you appear approachable and will encourage others to speak openly with you. So, sabi nga, let the sound of your voice remind someone that the world is a safe place to live in. Di ba? So, di ba napakaganda yun na ikaw yung parang vessel ng mga tao na through your voice, you make them realize that life is beautiful, that the world is so much better to have you, diba? So use your voice. Use your voice in a nice way and yeah, save someone. Next, friendliness. Friendliness, it is important to be nice and polite in all your workplace communications. This is important in both face-to-face and written communication. So, one good motto, use friendliness, but do not use your friends. That's according to Frank Crane. Again, use friendliness, but do not use your friends. So, alam ko, medyo maraming natatamaan dyan. Nagkukumusta lang kapag, uy, kumusta? Pwedeng favor? I know, I know. All of us are guilty of that. So, yeah, it is really important to be nice. And every once in a while, um, kumustahin nyo yung mga kaibigan nyo kahit hindi sobrang ka-close. Once na dumaan siya sa utak nyo, just send him a message. Maybe he needs someone, di ba? And you are the right person na din pinadala para i-remind siya na, yeah, life is beautiful. Next, active listening. So, being a good listener is one of the best ways to be a good communicator. Take time to practice active listening. Active listening involves paying close attention to what the other person is saying, asking clarifications, rephrasing what the person says to ensure understanding. So, sabi dito, when you talk, you are only repeating what you know. But if you listen, you may learn something new. Diba? It is not always that we get to have the limelight na tayo lang yung nagsasalita. You know, it is very important that we listen also. Kasi nga, sabi nga kanina, When we talk, we're just repeating yung mga nakastore sa utak natin. But when we listen, we are learning something new. Diba? We are realizing things in a different perspective. Diba? And always remember, we have two ears and one mouth. So that we can listen more as much as we speak. So, yun ang i-practice natin, alalahanin natin na dalawa ang tenga, so we need to listen more. Kasi minsan, we hear things out, but we don't really listen. We just listen, we just hear them to reply, but not really listen. Next, clarity and conciseness. So, good verbal communication means saying just enough. Don't talk too much or little. Say what you want clearly and directly, whether you're speaking to someone in person, on the phone, or via email. So, yun nga. Huwag magbigay ng sobra-sobra, baka may impatso. At huwag ding sobrang kulang, baka magutom pa. Baka maghanap pa. Yun lang, yung sakto lang. Na when you're asked, you speak, and then, yeah, provide the things that are needed, and stop na, ganun. So, i-balance out nyo yan. Yan yung mga importante. And one example, one quote again for open-mindedness. Open your mind before you open your mouth. That's very important. Di ba? Minsan kasi nakakalimutan natin yun. Minsan we are so triggered to reply, or we're so triggered to defend ourselves that we forgot to think things out. Diba? We forget to, you know, to really process the what is happening, because we are so triggered to reply. We're so triggered to defend. Pero yun nga, open your mind before you open your mouth. That's very important. Next, we move on to confidence. So this is something that a lot of us are still working through. Kung kilala niyo na ako nung nag-aaral ako, sabi ng mga classmates ko, ngayon, it's very impossible for me to become a teacher, because when I was still a student, I rarely talk. As in, maririnig mo lang ako magsalita kapag no choice na. Yung talagang grade na, exam na, yun na. Pero I don't recite, I don't express my thoughts because I'm so scared. And ewan ko, I know a lot a lot of you can relate to me, but you know, at the end of the day, i-regret mo rin yun eh, yung chance na sana you're able to talk, but you choose not to because you're so scared, and that opportunity, uh, uh, you lose that opportunity. So, masasayangan ka eh. So, yeah. Now, na ang dami nyo na napagdaanan. Nag-start may senior high kayo, so dapat na mold na talaga kayo. Ngayong college na kayo, if full, give your give your best. And as much as possible, kung nahihiya man kayo, kung natatakot kayo, you're not alone. Ganyan din ako noon. As in, nagsalita lang ako, naki-competition lang ako, fourth year na. Nag-recite lang ako, fourth year na. Fourth year college. Just imagine, from first year, hindi ako nagsasalita. Minsan lang talaga marinig ng mga classmate ko yung boses ko. So now, dito ako nilagay bilang isang teacher, and being a teacher, it involves a lot of talking. And hindi ko to magagawa if uh, hindi ako hindi rin, hindi ko minahal yung sarili ko at hindi ko inisip na kaya ko. So, kung kaya ko, kaya nyo rin. Okay? So, confidence, it is important to be confident in your interactions with others. Confidence shows your coworkers that you believe in what you're saying and will follow through. Kasi yun nga, tulad nung sinabi ko ng Unit 5 na when you're confident, you drive out stage fright. Diba? So, ganun din. Ganun din sa workplace. Pag nag-work ka, when you're confident with your job, when you're confident with your work, when you're confident that you did your best, makikita yun ng co-employees mo. And then they will believe in your work also. They will believe in your capabilities as much as you believe in yourself. Kasi what we think of, what we say, is a reflection to what is going on inside it. So yeah, we need to have confidence. So the greatest competitor you will ever come up against is self-doubt. Again, the greatest competitor you will ever come up against is self-doubt. When you have self-doubt, nasasayang yung opportunities. Nasasayang yung mga chances na you could have prove yourself na you can do something good. You can be great. Yeah. And if you have no confidence in self, you are twice defeated in the race of life. So always remember that this is our chance to shine. And if others can shine, you will shine too. So yeah, work, 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 study, 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 pray, pray, pray. Yun lang. And love yourself, have faith in yourself also, and be confident na this is my best, and I will just give my best, and yeah, everything will follow through. Next, choosing the right medium. So an important communication skill is to simply know what form of communication to use. I know na I'm sorry for that. That's my dog. Uh, I know na na-discuss na natin to sa Unit 1 na it is very important to choose the right medium. Kasi when you're choosing the right medium, you know how to place your words, you know how to properly place your actions. Okay, that's very important. Next, we have empathy. So, empathy is using phrases as simple as I understand where you are coming from, demonstrate that you have been listening to the other person and respect their opinions. So sympathy is different from empathy. When you sympathize a person, you're just like naawa ka or you feel bad for them. But when you empathize, it's like you are placing yourself to their shoes. Sabi nga dito, it's the lack of empathy that makes it very easy for us to plunge into wars. It's very true. And it's the lack of empathy that allows us to ignore the homeless on the streets. So, always make it a point na when you uh, communicate with other people, always remember that we are fighting our own battles. So be kind. You empathize with others because you do not know what exactly is going on their lives. So always uh, inject in your mind that I need to be good. I need to be kind. Kasi life is hard and adulting is really hard. I know some of you teenagers pa lang hindi pa yan yung end ng race nyo. Kung nahihirapan kayo ngayon, promise, mas mahihirapan kayo pag nag-work na kayo. Kasi you need to deal with different people. Ngayon kasi na nag-aaral pa kayo, pwede ka pang mag-focus sa sarili mo eh. Pwede ka pang mag-focus na, I'm studying. So, hindi kita talaga totally na nagpa-practice pa ng mga character, yung mga communication skills na sinabi ko kanina sa other people. But when you are working and as an employee, you need to have these traits because you will have a boss, you will have a coworker that, yeah, I know soon you will realize that. Next, we have the power of good communication in the workplace. So good communication is an important skill in any environment with human interactions. However, when it comes to communication in the workplace, good communication is an integral element to business success. Number one, good communication mitigates conflict. So it reduces conflicts. Alam niyo naman yan, very self-explanatory. So one of the times an organization is most likely to seek communication training is when there's clear tension or conflict in the workplace. Papatawag sila ng meeting yan kapag may nag-aaway na. So, yeah, kailangan talagang matrain yung communication skills natin, yung ma-build yung character natin to mitigate those conflicts. Regardless of the conflict, communication is usually an underlying factor. May mga miscommunications kasi, especially sa work. Talagang pag inutos to, tapos pinasa, yeah, it will end failure. Next, good communication increases employee engagement. Communicating is more than just talking. It is about connecting with people. One of the most powerful benefits of better communication in the workplace is more engaged employees. So, minsan, wala yan. Kaya nga may psychological test. When you apply for work, it is not just about your credentials. It is not just because of your high grades. Kaya makukuha ka sa higher position. Sometimes, sa dami ng employees, your bosses or your managers will just look at you and in an instant, they will know what kind of a person you really are. Sometimes, dati kasi nung nag-OJT ako, they look pa on your picture. Kasi every day, kasi nag-work ako, nag-OJT ako sa communications, it involves communication. So ako nagtatanggap ng resumes. And napakaraming resumes every day. It's like 30 to 50 resumes every day. And you're vying for one position only. So paano ka magiging different from the other applicants? So pare-parehas kayo ng TOR. Pare-parehas halos yung grades nyo. So ang titingnan yung picture kung ikaw ba yung tao na confident enough na kaya mong gawin yung work, it reflects kasi on your smile and so on and so forth. So, yeah. Yeah, you practice good communication skills. Next, good communication creates better client relationships. When your employees are trained to communicate more effectively and to connect with others, they can better mitigate and resolve conflict, understand needs, help the customer feel understood, and present new information in a way in which the client will be more receptive. So, meron nga tayong kasabihan na customer is always right. And minsan, bilang isang worker or isang nagtatrabaho, parang ang hirap intindihin nun eh. Na parang ang selfless natin. But when you have good communication skills, you create better client relationships. And yeah, yun ang nangyayari sa, one good example is call center. Yun ang nangyayari talaga. Good communication skills para ma-resolve yung conflict. Next, number 4, good communication results in a more productive and talented workforce. So employee engagement is a significant factor in the productivity of a workforce. Besides contributing to increased employee engagement, communication skills can also help foster a more productive and talented workforce in many other ways. So it is understanding team talents and skills, achieving more buy-in, innovation and creative thought, and more strategic team building. Next, tips for effective workplace communication. Number 1, make work fun. Making work fun will keep workers motivated and productive. It's like studying. Pag masayahin yung teacher, you make studying fun. You make learning fun. You make learning not a burden. Yeah. So, as much as possible, make everything, almost everything, fun. You enjoy para ma-motivate yung iba. Diba? Next, number 2, don't just hear, you listen. Naalala ko tuloy yung yung sinabi ko minsan nung sa kasal, nung nag-MC ako. A heart that listens always find its way to the light. Kasi, one of our friends or tao na in a relationship, pag sigaw na ng sigaw yung isa, ibig sabihin, malayo na yung puso ng nakikinig. Just a random a random FYI. But yun nga, uh, always listen. Always see to it na you are ready to listen. You are open to listen. Yeah. Next, number three, take your emotions out of the equation. You can't be professional if you're angry at your employees. So learn to react stoically. So minsan kasi when we are emotionally driven or sobrang dalang-dala tayo sa emotion talaga natin, we say things that we later regret. Kaya yun nga, open your mind before you open your mouth. Very important. Next, make employees feel like owners. So soon, magiging boss na kayo. And I hope na hindi nyo to makakalimutan. Sabi, a good leader is a good servant. Di ba? So, yeah. To be a good leader, you need to respect your employees too. And you need to feel what are the feels of being a servant. Next, number five, trust your people. If you want to keep morale, make sure they know you trust their instincts. Marami kasi dito tulad sa atin, yung sa simpleng group activity, yung leader, ah, hindi talaga pinagkakatiwalaan yung ideas, yung concepts ng isang member. So, di ba ang hirap nun? The group doesn't really work that much. Or the group uh, isn't successful. Kasi you don't trust each other. So, yun nga, lagi ko naman nare-remind sa inyo, always be open that in every person that you meet, you have something new to learn. Everyone is an expert in something. So trust your people, trust your friends, trust your co-members, and so on and so forth. Number six, give employees what they want. So motivators for employees. The desire for compensation and material things, especially sa December or especially during this pandemic, just reward them with a simple Noche Buena package. Or, yeah, a raise sa salary, and so on and so forth. So, alam ko, pag kayo naging boss, sana maalala niyo to. The need to bond with others and feel as though they belong. Diba, iba yung, iba yung saya mo when you feel that you belong. When you feel na you're not a stranger. Diba? The need to make sense of their environment and the desire to defend their accomplishments. Next, give good feedback. Tulad ng sinabi kanina, if you like your employees' work, let them know it. And respect cultural differences. Revive the great lost art of conversation. Even in our modern world, kahit virtual na tayo, face-to-face communication can work wonders for morale. It's very true, diba? And handle conflicts with diplomacy. It doesn't mean na uh, you need to have the degree, the bachelor's degree for you to act like a professional. You can act like a professional even without those degrees, even without those bachelor degrees or master degrees or doctoral degrees. Act with proper communication skills, act everything na as if it comes from your heart. So, yun lang. That's the end of our topic 1. And I hope na lahat ng natutunan natin today uh, will mark a place in our hearts. It is something that we need to work on too. I know some of which I need to work on too also. And yun, never stop making yourself better. Kasi walang ibang gagawa niyan kundi sarili mo lang. So, don't wait for others to remind you na, oh, you need to do this, or you need to be open-minded. You start, you should have the initiative to start to make yourself better, to make your character better. It's never too late to change. It's never too late to change for the better. So, yun lang. I hope na may natutunan kayo, and yeah, always smile, always have a positive outlook in life. So, malapit na matapos ang 2020, and I know most of us are excited and anxious. Hindi naman mawawala yun eh, of what 2021 will bring. But let's pray together that uh, it will be a lot more sweeter. And yeah, so see you again uh, in the next lesson. Bye. Take care. God bless.